Watch me suck, I just switched guns. Not even on fucking target. There's a lot of crap in the shot. What am I even supposed to focus on? Welcome everybody. It's episode 1 of the VP9L. Or VP9L Bravo. I haven't decided what to call it yet because they put this damn B on the top like a bunch of idiots. Wish they just put VP9L, unless they're saying, hey, it'll fit both, which is kind of a known quantity because if you change the magazine release, it's not like you're changing the rails or how the... Anyhow, I really like this thing. I will say that it was interesting shooting this compared to the Glock 34. This is kind of HK's dive into having a striker-fired competition set up. I hope they release a sealed version of this slide and a non-RMR cut for that sealed version so I can potentially use this for other applications, because right now this is a competition gun. You could tell because you can see the recoil spring. Yep, there it is. But that's no different than a 34, which you can see recoil spring in there too. So it's not like we're going into uncharted territory here. I really like the Recoil Impulse. I really like that this is damn near the same weight as this. I mean, within, I think, a couple of hundredths of an ounce. It's pretty insane. I think a tenth of an ounce at most, but you really notice no difference. When you hold a loaded VP9, you hold this, it feels the exact same. It's very, very cool. I've never seen that before in any sort of conversion kit. And it's a nice experience. I will say it looks really cool in some areas, and it looks just like a company that I won't buy guns from in the front, but hey, which is kind of funny. I do not like these sights at all, and I will probably be the first guy to switch them to fixed sights. The cut in the rear is the same, so I'm debating whether to put Meprolites or Trijicon HDs on here. The Trijicon HDs are considerably taller in the VP9 series and P series pistols, and HK45 for that matter. So I'm going to take this outdoors to the 200-yard range and see where it hits. I don't want to adjust this, but I think it will be a pretty flat shooter, especially with the MEPs on there, but the Trijicon HDs might give me just a little height over bore so I can make longer shots. I'm not 100% sure what the alignment is, and I guarantee you that this is the culprit of why it's shooting high. I mean, I can fit a popsicle stick back there if I wanted to, and I really don't like adjustable sights. One reason is this. I'll show you right now. I don't like that at all. It doesn't inspire any confidence. And even though this is for sure a competition setup, I like to think that if I grab something, it's gonna work. I don't have to worry about this falling off or breaking or anything like that. So it handles recoil very well. I was shooting the 124 grain men stuff. That's my preferred 9mm practice round. I like to get as close to my carry rounds as possible, so I'm always curious how something's gonna handle it. And honestly, if I shoot competition, that's what I'm gonna run also, because I like, you know, the Recoil Impulse and I like how it hits on target. So it was mostly slow fire today. I put 150 rounds through it, and it has a very interesting feel when you rack it because of the O-ring. You'll see it kind of retards the speed of the slide. But once you get past it, it's normal. Additionally, this is the 9mm recoil spring, so I put it on the carry VP9 I have with that same recoil spring, which is right there. And you're gonna say, well, it's all silver. How do I know it's the same one? Well, all the red stuff came off. It's still on this one, and you know, that's great. Additionally, this recoil spring assembly is the same exact size as this. So that is pretty cool. So my hat's off to HK. They did a great job taking weight out of the slide so it weighs the exact same almost, which is insane. Excuse my cold that I have right now. if you haven't detected that already. And I really like that it's a smooth kit. Like it just slides on there. You can take your carry gun out of your pants, put the competition slide on there, go to town, and then put a nice, clean, cool carry slide back on your pistol. So it gives you almost the Glock 34-esque setup, and you can run it just as fast as your standard VP9, though I will say I was having trouble running this as fast for the bear drill. Better. Not the reload. Trying to get that poor bear some chin support. When I was running it, because of these damn sights. I think if I had Meprolites or Trijicon HDs on here, I would have been doing just fine, but the notch is so small and so square. I mean, it is just embarrassing how tiny that thing is. You know, even compared to the stock Meprolites. I mean, look at it. It's really, really small. And it's typical HK fashion. Their adjustable sights have these super small valleys to look through in the rear sight to try to make a shot. So I'm a fixed sight guy. I like fixed sights. In the meantime, let me get these sights swapped out. I'm probably gonna be the only guy that does it because it's not a combat pistol at this point with all these shark gills in it. But once I get those swapped out, I'll be able to start learning my point of aim, point of impact, and having consistency and snap off some really, really nice groups. So we'll see how that goes. But as far as the speed goes, it's mostly me waiting on these damn things to translate into my eye socket. And it was just not a good time. Not a good time at all. These are super fast, and I even shot it quicker with this. And it's not a slide tracking issue, it's just trying to line this up is miserable. So I know some guys really like this. I hate it. Shooting the bear drill, this was the first time I shot the bear drill, and I really enjoy it. I wasn't able to do it properly, so you're gonna see in the video like, oh, you're only doing half of it. Well, it's because there's no holster work at this particular range, and I didn't want to reload another magazine into the gun just to do it because I don't have a timer on me. I was essentially going through the transition between targets, so 5, 5, as fast as I could and still maintain accuracy, and then push those last 3 in there after the reload. But I didn't do the last reload and I didn't do the holster draw, so it's not a real bear drill, so don't light me up in the comments, alright? I know. I've seen the Grand Thumb video just like you did. I know how the drill works. The VP9 and the 34 were a lot easier to work with, but I also attribute that to the sights. Having shot both this setup and this setup for thousands of rounds now, transitioning to this, especially with the different sights, there's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve. It's to be expected. But first 150 rounds down the pipe, I'm very happy with the purchase. I will say I got mine for $429. I think it's a deal at $350. I don't think $429 is the best price. I don't think $450 is a good price, and anything over that is absolutely out of the question. So I'm about to take my $429 slide and either put $100 or $120 sights on it. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, thanks for watching. Take care of each other, stay safe, and support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America.